Welcome to a new video. It's the end of week 2 of my training block, and this week I want to talk about the importance of recovery. I'll get to the recovery stuff shortly, but the Great West Run features some elevation with a couple of difficult climbs towards the end of the route. So with that in mind, the key session this week was the introduction of some hill reps with intensity. I've just got back from a nice sunny Sunday long run, so I'm going to go take a shower. I'll leave you to check out that session. So apparently hills pay the bills, and today on Slate we've got 10 by 1 minute uphill with a 90-second jog downhill recovery. I'll be looking to hit paces between half marathon and 10k. So after a 15-minute warm-up and a few strides, it was time to get stuck in. Four reps in and the legs are holding up. Lungs are starting to hurt a little bit. I'm definitely noticing that I'm not quite recovering as easily on the downhills. Can't remember if that was rep 5 or 6. Either way, the next one's coming. Let's go. Something I've always found hard with hill reps is that I have a tendency to fly out of the blocks, quickly get up to like 5k pace, and then just can't hang on for the rest of the rep. That's exactly what's happening here. So I'm going to aim for control, building to my target pace, so I'm hitting that at the end of the rep instead of at the beginning of the rep and then tapering off. And with that, it's time to go again. Whew. Last rep, let's go. Ooh, that was tough. Feels good to get it in the bank. So that's the first hill section of this half marathon block in the books. It's not particularly warm today. You can probably see that I'm sweating a lot. Although the volume of work on that session isn't particularly huge, it has given me some intensity and also some confidence in my body, because that's the first time I've run uphill with any intensity without my leg feeling like it's on fire for months now. So while I won't have banked a whole load of fitness from that one session, it does give me that confidence and it sets a precedent for the rest of the block. Let's go get that PB. First things first, try and bring my heart rate back down into a normal range. So, recovery. The 4 main areas I'm going to focus on when it comes to recovery during this training block are sleep, protein, massage, and shakeouts the day after a tough session. When it comes to sleep, I won't be the first to say that this is probably the single most important part of your body's recovery process. Broadly speaking, more sleep is better, but sometimes other factors, busy lifestyle, can mean we're limited to the amount of sleep we can actually get. And this is where it becomes really important to try and improve the quality of the sleep that you are getting. So if you're not able to get more sleep, how can you improve the quality of the sleep you are getting? I've been looking at how I can do that, and there's 2 areas I can attack here. Firstly, I love a good coffee. So I'm trying to limit my caffeine intake to mornings only. After midday, I won't have any more caffeine, because I've found out that the quarter life of caffeine is 12 hours. So that means if you have a cup of coffee, 12 hours later there's still a quarter of that caffeine in your system. This might not stop you from falling asleep, but it can prevent you from getting into that deep sleep that you need to for your body to recover. And the second area for me to improve my sleep is that pre-bedtime routine. I'm terrible for all the things that are really bad for your sleep quality, like scrolling through your phone or generally keeping your mind active right up until the moment you get into bed. I'm not an avid reader, nor am I a puzzler, but I've found that a crossword or a few pages of a good book are really helping me wind down before I get to sleep. I'll talk more about adjustments to my diet in another video, but basically I supplement my protein intake to help my body recover from the training I'm doing. The standard recommended daily protein intake is 0.8 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. But if you're training for an endurance event like a half marathon or marathon, this recommendation increases to up to double that. For me, that's 105 grams of protein per day. If you can do it, getting a fairly regular massage will help you recover from those tough sessions and be ready to go again. Where possible, I'm going to get a regular sports massage to help me recover from the hard runs and be ready to go again. I certainly don't have the time or money for a rub down every week, so I jump on this regularly. Being more consistent with a gentle rollout of the key muscle groups after each run has definitely helped my legs feel fresher the next day. Recovery runs can be a really good way of loosening up the legs after a tough training session, and typically these are done within 24 hours of that session. Now, as I come back from injury and get used to putting more volume in my legs, I'm at a point where actually the additional impact of running 4 or 5 kilometers the next day is probably going to have more detrimental effects than it is benefits. So I've found that a gentle cycle serves the same purpose and removes the load from the legs because it's non-weight bearing. This is breaking down and loosening any soreness that's accumulated in my legs, and combined with the foam rolling, it's really helping me feel fresh again the next day. There might come a point later in the block when I run for my recovery efforts, but certainly for the time being, I'm going to stick to the bike because that's working well. So that's it. Hopefully these 4 principles and applying them consistently to my recovery throughout this training block are going to help me handle the load and really maximise the training benefits so I can smash that PB on race day. Hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope you found something useful in it. If there's more you want to see about recovery, or you're wondering where I found any of the information that's persuaded me to adopt these practices, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to another week of training, and next week I'll be talking about some training techniques that I'm using in this block, including the use of a race as a training session. So please consider subscribing to my channel, hit that like button on this video, and share it with your friends. Thank you.